In our tail of tape in this fight, take a look. It's actually pretty close along everything. Just a 68.5 reach for Cody Law, a little bit longer at 71 inches for Cris "Sunshine" Lencioni.
With the introductions, here is Michael C. Williams.
Here at Mohegan Sun Arena for tonight's Bellator 289 prelims, we'll go 3 5-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing the blue corner at 5'10", weighing in 146 pounds even. His professional record, 9 wins, 3 losses. He fights out of Canby, Oregon, Cris "Sunshine" Lencioni. And across the cage, his adversary, fighting out of the red corner at 5'9", weighing in 145.4 pounds as a professional. Near perfect, 6 victories, just 1 defeat. He fights out of Coconut Creek, Florida, by way of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, presenting Cody Law. In charge, your referee, Blake Rice.
All right, Cody, you ready? Cris, you ready? Fight.
Bell round number 1 in the Bellator 145-pound division. Lencioni taking the center of the cage, putting pressure on Law. Law utilizing some footwork, trying to set up a trajectory. Calf kick lands for Lencioni.
The calf kick is something Cris Lencioni really needs to utilize and stick with it during this fight. That'll slow down Cody Law in his stand-up, and if he goes into deciding I'm going to shoot, it's going to slow it down.
For Lencioni, all 5 of his wins via submission have come in the first round for the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt. But of course, every fight begins in the stand-up, and they continue to chop away with those low kicks. Nice footwork there by Law, throws the right hand. And again, it's Law intercepting Lencioni with that right over the top of Lencioni's jab.
Yeah, Lencioni's doing a little bit too much talking and not enough fighting right now. He's showboating, he's putting pressure, but he's not really throwing shots.
Lencioni fighting out of the Warrior camp. Training partner includes UFC lightweight Terrence McKinney. There's a nice lead left hook, curls behind the guard of Lencioni. Lencioni trying to sell it as if it didn't bother him, trying to establish the jab, but it's Law who's just sticking to the game plan and not allowing Lencioni's mind games to bother him thus far.
It is not an easy thing to do when you're not used to guys talking to you this way. It can definitely disrupt your mentality in the fight. So Cody Law just needs to keep up with what he's doing. Lencioni just does this, and he is not an easy person to fight. I've said that many times. His stand-up is awkward. It's unusual. His ground game is dangerous, so he'll take shots. No one has gotten rid of him so far in his career.
Feinting from Law, switches stances, head kick blocked, and then another kick. So right and left kick spinning, back fist attempt by Lencioni, and the histrionics of Lencioni continue as we reach the midway point of the first round. Law trying to get Lencioni to bite on his feints, John.
He's trying, but it's not working because Lencioni's basically with his hands down. Take a look, he keeps on putting his left hand behind his hip.
And again, if one of the very best to do it can get caught showboating, and I'm talking about Anderson Silva, you best believe a guy like Lencioni can get caught.
Oh, there's no doubt. You are taking a chance, especially when a guy's got good hands like Cody Law. Cody throws straight shots. He's got good balance on his
nice
stand-up and
Lencioni.
Good power.
Yeah, now it's, Lencioni catches with the left, but then Law comes back with the right. Calf kick by Law. And again, Lencioni just walking forward, hands down, defying Cody Law, and lands the left. Law got with the, and then
to watch his neck.
For the choke.
Needs to watch his neck right now. And this is what happens when you fight somebody that is different than everybody else. It can get into your head. You've got to slow down. Don't let him start to control you in the fight. You've got to do what you do best. And one of the things that Cody Law does best is wrestle. So take him to the ground, slow him down. He's still going to talk, but you're in the position to do the damage.
Cody Law attended, wrestled for Penn State University and then University of Pittsburgh at Johnstown, where he won his NCAA Division II championship. Was a two-time D2 All-American, so well-versed on the ground. Lencioni very active from his back.
Yeah, right now, Lencioni's the one that's landing. Going into a figure four is like, why? I have no idea.
From this position, we've talked about that before, the body triangle when you're on the bottom.
Well, yeah, and it's okay. If you get hurt, if you get hurt in a fight, it's okay.
Exactly.
You know, gain some time to get yourself back, but when you're not hurt.
Well, he's trying to hurt Law, though, with these elbows from the bottom.
Yeah.
Only guy I ever thought had power from his back was, remember Joachim Hansen, the Viking?
Oh, whoa,
Warrior Pride from he's just
that was from all the cigarettes he smoked. Nice elbow by Cody Law there.
So a good start for Cody Law. A lot of gamesmanship from Cris Lencioni.
Time, stop.
Mohegan Sun Arena, the 46th Bellator event held in this venue. Are we getting mail here for Bellator MMA yet?
Home team.
Second round gets underway, and we saw Mike Brown in Cody Law's corner. Mike Brown, a former featherweight champion of the WEC, and with each and every outing by an ATT fighter, his reputation as one of the top trainers in the sport continues to grow.
Oh, no doubt about it. Mike Brown is absolutely one of the top guys out there. A student of the game, a guy that watches every fighter, watches tape continuously, and is always trying to improve what he can do.
And he's one of the biggest reasons that Danny Sabatello is so confident about his opportunity. Speaking of Sabatello, Law securing the takedown on Lencioni, but Sabatello, of course, will face Rafion Stott's main event coming up later tonight in the Bantamweight World Grand Prix. Lencioni looking for a submission.
Lencioni looking for that triangle, and he's close to setting that up right now.
Lencioni has 5 of his 9 wins via tap out.
It's the arm that he can go after because he's losing. Right there, he does not have the triangle set. Nice job by Cody Law, staying nice and composed.
Law has never been finished. Again, just suffered his first loss against James Gonzalez via unanimous decision, but Lencioni continues to work from his back. And he does have 2 triangle choke wins on his ledger.
Well, he's giving Cody Law problems by shooting up these submission attempts, because what he's doing is he's making Cody Law defend. That's taking all the offense away from. Being in the top position is great, but if you got no offense, you're losing.
Lencioni, one thing he told us, made clear, he's always looking for the finish, and here on his back, he's definitely trying to do that, shooting up those submissions. But now, Law with the wide base into the guard now. Lencioni trying to lock down Cody Law here with 3 minutes left in the second.
Well, based upon what occurred in the first round, if you're looking at it, Lencioni was causing problems for Cody Law in the stand-up. He was awkward for him. He had Cody Law off balance with a lot of his stand-up, but when it got to the ground, Cody was more able to control what Cris was doing. Well, that's what he's going after.
Law goes into
round.
side control. And while Lencioni leads in total strikes landed 46 to 33, including 11 to 4 here in round 2. It's Law's wrestling 2 for 3, and now from this position, Lencioni still looking.
He's got a backside triangle now. He let go of it. But
dynamic offense from his back.
You're taking a look at everything that's happening. There's a couple good strikes from Cody Law, but for the most part, all of these submission attempts and everything he's throwing up is keeping Cody Law from being able to have much offense.
Lencioni started wrestling at the age of 14, wrestled in high school. We talked about the fact that he's a BJJ brown belt and has definitely been working from his back, trying to find a submission. Meanwhile, Law has been unable to really do much from top position except try to defend submissions.
That's exactly it. You take a look at what's happening. Cody Law is controlling position, but he's not doing anything offensively to damage Cris Lencioni while Lencioni's throwing these little elbows. Now we're getting some offense there. Cody Law's really got to up that.
Ratchet up the offense, the ground and pound, but it's now Lencioni controlling the posture. Just over a minute left in the middle frame.
1 minute! 1 minute, Chris, let's go!
Watch the spine with that heel.
Referee warning Lencioni to watch the spine with these heel strikes. Under a minute left in the round.
Just hold me. It's cool.
See, everything you're seeing with Lencioni keeps on moving the position. Now, as he stays in one position, Law's able to open up.
30 seconds left in the round. Cody Law in top position, but Cris Lencioni, despite spending a long time on his back, has been the one who's initiated the attack, John, going for submission, throwing strikes. Interesting to see how the judges will score the round.
It will be very interesting because there was a lot of strikes from Lencioni. There was some heavy strikes at times from Cody Law, just not very many of them. You know, unofficially, I have this even. I have it 1-1 because you take a look at what happened in the first. Cody getting that takedown was not enough to take it. He got the second one, even though it was close, and he needs to do more. But I thought Mike Brown did a very good job of telling Cody Law what he needed to do.
And what about Lencioni's corner telling him to, you know, ensure that you watch for that takedown because Law's going to shoot? There's
no doubt he's going to shoot. Look at where he was more successful in this fight. It was when he took that and went for that shot, got him to the ground early. In the stand-up in that first round, he did not do well.
The gamesmanship continues for Cris Lencioni. Meanwhile, 4.5 minutes remain in the fight, and he did spend a large portion of that middle frame on his back, and we talked about it, John, depending on what the judges see, but you did a good job of breaking it down, and there's a jab from Lencioni. The level changed by Law, searching for the takedown, defended by Lencioni.
And then when you get to this point right here, you see Lencioni looking for 100%, trying to get that arm. This is when you have someone that's as good a wrestler as Cody Law, and he can control where the fight ends up. Man, it's a huge advantage.
Yeah, Law says he's comfortable wherever the fight goes, but he is now in a position to try again to take advantage of top position on a guy who is very active from his back, and Cris Lencioni very comfortable. And yet time is ticking away, and he should not accept this position by any means, nor have we seen him do that. Law telling us that Lencioni, the tallest fighter he's ever faced as a professional, he expects to make him quit. He has just over 3 minutes in order to make that prediction come to fruition.
There was never, that's a nice statement, but no one has ever made Chris quit, so and I didn't see that happening.
The crowd would like to see someone try to make the other quit.
Lencioni needs to start a little bit of desperation here. You cannot sit on your back if you're going to win this fight. Get those feet on the hips, start to take away the hands of Cody Law so you can push off, get some space, get yourself back to your feet. Because if you stay here, probably not going to go your way. He's looking for a Kimura.
North-south momentarily, taking the back, puts the hook in.
That's not a bad move by Lencioni. Moro, that's a good, he's got to get out.
Yeah, especially that area right there. You're right, where he now finds Law with his back to the fence and rolls just past the midway point of the final round. Scramble. Lencioni up to his feet, looking for a standing switch, perhaps that double wrist lock. Kimura attempt, well defended right now by Law. Law looking for the ankle pick, taking Lencioni down, but Lencioni like a dog on a bone.
Yeah, he lost the grip on that arm, and he's too high on the back right now.
Potentially here for Law.
You're going to see Law come out the back door, no doubt about it. If you're Lencioni, you're looking towards a triangle. trying to hook up a triangle, but his legs right now are not in the position to do it. But now, if you're Cody Law, you cannot sit here in this position and think that you're going to take this fight. You have got to get out. You see Lencioni trying to stretch that arm out. He's trying to put some pressure down on that arm. If you're Cody Law, you got to move. You got to start to try to change this up. His head is stuck.
Stops it out. And into side control. And now, well, good job by Lencioni recovering. And there's hammer fist from the bottom by Lencioni, who has 2 rear naked chokes, 2 triangle chokes, and an arm bar on his resume, and again continues fishing for submissions, while Cody Law from top position, John, unable to get much done.
And you can see that Cris has taken what we can say off-angle Cody Law here, but he doesn't have the control of the arm that he would need to have to get that arm bar, and right now, using that figure 4 on his body,
All right, guys, if you want
he's
to
not
stay there,
doing
I need you
anything.
to work. Let's go.
Referee wanting a little more action. In the words of Elvis, a little more action, a little less conversation from Lencioni. 30 seconds now left in the fight. Now, again, we mentioned what Law's doing. What do you make of Cody Law here? Controlling the position.
Controlling, but he's not being able to be real offensive, and that's what I said was the problem. He hasn't landed a whole lot of good strikes on Lencioni. He has thrown some, but look to see what lands. There haven't been many.
It will be interesting to see how the judges adjudicated for Law 3 of 5 in the takedown department. Well, Michael C. Williams has the name of the victor. Let's go to him now.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance now, we'll go to your 3 judges. Your first, Dave Bruce, scores it 30-27. He sees the fight for Lencioni. Your second judge at cage side, Eric Colon, 29-28. He scores the fight for Law. Your third and final judge at cage side, Brian Miner, scores it 30-27. Seeing it for the winner by split decision, Cris Lencioni.
Well, it's a unpopular decision, John. The judges giving Lencioni the credit that you thought he deserved for trying to finish the fight from his back.
This is what we want from our fighters. We want them attempting to finish the fight. We do not want them trying to just control and let the time run by, and that's what the judges were seeing.